Quick question. How many people knew that reggae and ska music came out of Black American soul music?
I did, and instead of debating with people about it, we can just actually speak to the actual Jamaicans. Let's see what they have to say.
Dancehall was a way of having a community radio, and then a lot of the music that was being played was music that they have was like records from America. So what would happen is that they would buy these records from America, and then like somebody in the community would set up like a sound system, like a record player with a record player with some speakers, and it would be like a community radio because not everybody could afford radio. So
when we was playing the boogie woogie and the shuffle and things like that, we realized that we were definitely swatting or copying the American stuff. We did some rhythm and blues, tried to copy the rhythm and blues with that driving beat.
And when you were growing up, that was their music in the house?
Well, yes, we had Martha Richards radio, and we used to listen to the foreign station a lot, like Voice of America, listening to people like Billy Eckstein and Sierra Vaughan, Lionel Lampton, Louis.
Jamaicans invented hip-hop.
This whole hip-hop shit was birthed from Jamaica. Like Kool Herc is a Jamaican nigga. Okay. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. The whole concept of having big-ass speakers stockpiled on top of each other and playing loud-ass music outside, that come from Jamaica. That's dancehall culture. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So Kool Herc brought dancehall culture to the U.S. and gave birth to hip-hop culture.
See, this is the bullshit I be talking about. Are you sure about that, Busta Rhymes? Because all of the Jamaican OGs said it's the other way around. See, y'all really got to be careful about who y'all take advice from because a lot of people have an agenda. Now, I'm going to play this clip of DJ Kool Herc himself saying that he copied off of Black Americans. So if that's your idol, that's somebody that you look up to, that's your king, you probably should listen to him and what he got to say.
Used to bring Smokey Robinson records, some Motown records down. That's my father bringing records from from the wharf.
And that's your next foundation.
That's foundation. And I left from Jamaica, the record. So right there now, I use a lot of James Brown. A lot of bass line in it. Because James Brown is like a preacher to me. James Brown is another link. James Brown is another link.
Not a foundation.
Yes, I use his music and a few other white groups like Rare Earth. Record called Get Ready, and then the Isaac Brothers, a record called Get Into Something.
We come back in the day because we used to listen before we started make our own music in Jamaica. We used to listen to pure American music. People like Ruth Brown, James Brown, Smiley Lewis, Fancy Domino, Louis Prima and Louis Jordan. Them man there, you understand? And before we started make our own music in Jamaica, we used to listen to pure American music. People like Ruth Brown, James Brown, Smiley Lewis, Fancy Domino, Louis Prima and Louis Jordan. Them man there, you understand?
So there you have it, DJ Kool Herc himself saying that he got his inspiration from James Brown and a bunch of other American bands. So you start to wonder why the liars like Busta Rhymes, KRS-One, and Fat Joe are pushing this narrative. Well, I did some research. I didn't even know that Busta Rhymes himself is Jamaican. KRS-One is American, but his father is from Barbados, the father that left him. So it makes a lot of sense that these people are okay with spinning the narrative of what really happened to hip-hop. But baby, thank God for video evidence. And shout out to the OG Jamaicans. I have no problem with them. I love them because that's what you call cultural appreciation. It's the difference between cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation. They actually show our culture appreciation and shouted us out every chance they got. They were very honest. So it's crazy that these new age Jamaicans are trying to rewrite history when we already got the video proof in the vault.
Became Americans because we had to completely recreate ourselves. Mm-hmm. And it's a fascinating history. We did that mostly with song. Mm-hmm. And it's one of the reasons that we still dominate. No matter what else it is, the Black American sound dominates. Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to sound like us.
Right?
Yeah.
They definitely want to dress like us.
Oh, definitely.
And they speak like us.
Yeah.
I was saying, Kool Herc is Jamaican, right? The first
the inventor of hip hop and so forth. And from what I understand, he took some of the sensibilities of Jamaican dancehall and so forth and applied it with American music and created hip hop out of that. And this whole thread started about like, Jamaicans had nothing to do with hip hop. That's bullshit. Vlad is trying to change the narrative. And I'm like, the guy's Jamaican. Like, that's established. He's Jamaican.
Right.
And if you look at Jamaican dance parties, they do kind of resemble what these parties, you know, with guys on the mic and so forth. Like, that wasn't being done in the U.S.
They have to create a narrative that we are guests in our own country.
Hey, check out this clip of Louis Armstrong rapping in 1947.
Just the thing that you like to strut to on the floor. Hear the slide trombone and the trumpet moan as you're coming through the door. I'll guarantee that you'll never see like the likes of them again. Stomp your feet to the beat of the Dixie music men.
Because just like we see evidence of jazz artists rapping prior to the 70s, there's also proof that graffiti started in the 60s with a graffiti artist from Philly named Cornbread.
We would listen to a Dionne Warwick song and try to sing it exactly as Dionne did it. If you are a group, you would try to study the Supremes, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. If there was a group who comes from abroad to our shores, we would want to go and see them because they have something to teach us.
It all came from the American R&B music, you know, because we're always being influenced by the Impressions, all them soul R&B groups.
We start imitating the rhythm and blues songs like say Smiley Lewis or Professor Longyear or Louis Jordan, you know, those kind of beats. We try to imitate it.
As the 1950s rolled on, the music of Fats Domino, Ray Charles and Louis Jordan was streaming into the island from Southern American radio stations just over 90 miles away. And with the sound systems blasting it out most nights of the week, downtown Kingston went dance crazy. Sound systems became the biggest local industry in downtown Kingston, and competition was fierce. To pull in the punters, you had to have the best music blasting out of your system. The race was on for the hottest American tunes.
Black Americans, we need a huge apology from Busta Rhymes for spewing that nonsense. Like, that type of stuff is unforgivable to me. I don't play that. I hope that this is the last video that I have to make about this, but it seemed like every 3 business days, the topic comes up. Now, I had a few videos go viral, but one of them where I was like fully breaking it down, how I did this here, it didn't go viral. I need y'all to run this up for me, y'all. Because this narrative has to stop. And I don't know who's paying these people. Like, I wonder why DJ Kool Herc has been so silent now, because when his career first started, he was always vocal about getting his sound from Black Americans. But now that he's winning all these awards and getting all this recognition for being the king of hip hop, you could tell it makes him uncomfortable. You definitely could tell. But he's silent, and silence is compliance. So I need to hear from DJ Kool Herc in the year 2025. I need an apology from Busta Rhymes, Fat Joe, KRS One. We need an apology, because this narrative that y'all are spewing is really just to make us feel uncomfortable in our own home. Bottom line, people do not like the fact that Black Americans are actually American, that this is our home. We're not immigrants. We didn't need a passport to get here. We don't need a visa. We don't have a green card. This is actually our land. And everybody is doing everything in their power to try to make us feel like guests in our own home. No, no, no. I'm not having it. And for those of you who have no idea what's going on and you wondering why I'm even discussing this topic, go look up Fat Joe telling everybody that Puerto Ricans created hip hop. Go look up Busta Rhymes telling everybody that Jamaicans created hip hop, and KRS-One and all of these Caribbean people trying to discredit Black Americans. I'm not gonna let it happen. So, hey, it's a tough job, but somebody gotta do it.
A lot of people talking about Jamaicans created hip hop, which is not true.
No, we did.
How so? Oh, let's get into this. How you create hip hop?
Well, okay.
D.D. Chandler, William D.D. Chandler, 1896, invented the foot pedal. Y'all see down here? I'm a drummer, so the sound of R&B, the sound of dancehall, the sound of reggae, the sound of rock and roll, the sound of jazz starts off with the drum set.